October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
And one business and one local nonprofit have come together to support this cause. Kyla Jackson reports.
It's not every day you see a semi wrapped in pink and white, all for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It says be the light and never give up hope, complete with pink boxing gloves and inspirational phrases. Since 2017, J&R Skugel Trucking Company has partnered with local organizations looking to get their messages out on the road.
So to see those words on this truck is an absolutely surreal dream come true. Very grateful to J&R Skugel for partnering with us to personalize this truck this way.
Be the Light organization started in 2016 after the founder, Amber Melby, went through breast cancer herself. The name of the organization is inspired by her Aunt Bee, who passed away from metastatic breast cancer 5 years ago.
Breast cancer really affects and impacts a lot of people. So knowing that there's a local organization out there to support not only our women in trucking, but mothers, daughters, cousins, is really important to us.
According to Mayo Clinic Health System, over 200,000 women and also men nationwide can get diagnosed with breast cancer, and about 42,000 people die each year from the disease.
So early detection is definitely the key. We know, about 1 in 8 women is going to get breast cancer in her lifetime. And so starting those mammograms and keeping up with them is definitely the best way to stay ahead.
In New Ulm, Kyla Jackson, KEYC News Now.
On October 27th, Be the Light organization will host its annual gala to wrap up Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It'll be held at the Royal Oak Event Center in New Ulm at 5 p.m. Tickets are $125 per person and available